to Greg Miller, Jackie Jing, and Golden Boy, and our very own Michael Hyam might be making an appearance. Then we've got Ubisoft, and then Gearbox. Also happening today is the Wholesome Games Direct. It is a packed day. So let's kick it off, guys, by talking about Ubisoft, because absolutely nothing has leaked already, because it is the leakend. The classic weekend of E3 where everything kind of comes out of the pipeline.
What's up, guys?
Embargoes are broken, and everyone is just kind of, well, sees all the news on Twitter before they see it as part of actual press conferences. So let's kick off with Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Ham, what happened with this one? What can we expect later today?
Sometimes it be your own, and the Nintendo website. Just did you guys want one of those? I've been on it, and yeah, it's just a sequel to the beloved Ubisoft and Nintendo crossover RPG. Yeah, it just appeared on Nintendo.com. I believe. Oh no, it's been taken down now, so it's no longer there. But Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope for Nintendo Switch, and yeah, looks like it's all out there. That would have been a nice surprise, considering that people have been calling for a new one of these for a whole load of time. But yeah, the internet is the freaking leaking, so we're here.
Yeah, I genuinely think this would have been a really nice surprise, because I think when Mario plus Rabbids was initially revealed, everyone was a little bit taken aback by it, because it just seemed like such a weird combination. But then the game came out, and it was actually genuinely so much fun. I will say though, one hell of a learning curve, and I hope that is something that is fixed. Phil, what do you expect to see from Mario plus Rabbids today, and are you excited that the game's getting a sequel?
I'm extremely excited. So yeah, this was.
Oops, sorry. Oh no.
When the Switch dropped for me, I was like, oh, Rabbids.
My bad.
And it was amazing. I had a great time, and it actually like elevated the humor of the Rabbids in a way that I hadn't expected at the time, like mixing that with the Mario characters. You know, those guys, they're real loud. They can get kind of annoying, but I really felt like that game nailed a certain kind of humor that it was going for. I really enjoyed it. So it looks like this is going to get even weirder, even just from the leaked, I think it was cover art shot. Looks like, you know,
I don't know about you guys,
like
but
Mario
I did
Galaxy
not like
and
Mario plus
Rabbids.
Rabbids.
I'm totally into that. Get as weird as possible. Get as rabbity as possible. Like, go for it.
I was gonna say, yeah, when you mentioned the humor, because to me, Rabbids was sort of always in the same vein as Minions. And so playing Mario plus Rabbids, definitely, I think they kind of ironed out what that humor is supposed to be and made it a little less grating. So we're going to be seeing more of that hopefully today. If not today, well then definitely at Nintendo's press conference, which is on Tuesday. But that's not the only game that has leaked ahead of Ubisoft's press conference, unfortunately. Rocksmith Plus. It's going to be, well, I've got the kind of leaked press release. I think it was an email blast that went out. So Rocksmith, 10 years old at this point, which I can't believe it's 10 years old. But it's going to be a brand new subscription service, and this one was actually leaked, I think, by Gibson.
What is Rocksmith?
Yeah, the Gibson brand of guitars accidentally leaked this one. Phil, have you ever played Rocksmith? Do you enjoy it?
You know, I tried it out way back when it first came out, because I was a really big Guitar Hero fan, and I was like, oh, I should be able to transfer these skills somehow, right? No, not at all. And so I'm excited that Rocksmith is coming back, because this is a thing that I've always kind of wished I could do, is learn to play guitar. Tried it in high school, played 2 Green Day songs, never played again. And if this can like get me into it, I will pay that subscription, please. Yeah. It always seemed like a great idea, and it always seemed like just close enough to video game.
I'm gonna tweet out that I'm live right now while we wait.
The way I get into things like Rock Band and Guitar Hero, so I'm down.
I was gonna say, because yeah, it did have that gamey element. I want to say it was called like the Guitarcade or Barcade or something like that, where you could kind of practice your bar chords by just playing sort of a kind of similar game to, I want to say, Space Invaders or something. Tam, did you expect to see more of Rocksmith this year at E3? It's been pretty quiet for a while.
Yeah, I did not expect to see a Rocksmith game. It makes sense that Ubisoft would try, because like the first game, as you know, mileage may vary and how much fun you have out of it. People coming to it as a Guitar Hero style game probably bounced off pretty quickly when they learned that it's way more serious business. But as it stands, like taken for what it is, an incredibly versatile and really powerful tool to teach people how to play the guitar. And obviously, the ability to kind of work with a whole bunch of peripherals gave it a bit of an edge. I am kind of excited for it to come back. I feel like Ubisoft probably sees a market probably sees the value in always having a Rocksmith game available to some degree or another. People are always going to be interested in learning to play the guitar, and if they can make it so they have the definitive guitar learning
Wait, so what
experience,
exactly is
that is
Rocksmith?
that is pretty compelling in terms of a business decision and also as an entertainment package. And if they can weave it into a affordable subscription style, almost like a platform,
Oh,
then that is
obviously
even
it's a
better
guitar
for
game.
them, because that's fully what they're going to do. They want that stream of revenue as opposed to a one-time or periodic hit. So I didn't expect to see it, but now that it's here, it makes perfect sense. You know, people, who knows how many people have purchased a guitar in the year and a half, 2 years of lockdown, and throwing them one of these and being like, this will teach you. It sounds like incredibly smart move from them.
I was gonna say maybe you spend just enough time practicing guitar in your own home, learning Wonderwall, and then you can take that out on the road with you when things start to open up and you can see your friends again. Okay, so that's it for the leaks. Unless God, something else is leaked while we've been doing this show. But let's talk about
we should check.
Ubisoft. No, I've got the news Slack channel open next to me, so just in case. But Ubisoft are actually usually pretty good about saying what they have. They always keep a couple of surprises up their sleeves. Unfortunately, it looks like 2 of those surprises may have leaked. But we do know that in their pre-show today, we're going to be seeing some For Honor. So the game has just gone on Xbox Game Pass. And yeah, what is it? Year 5 Season 2, aka Mirage, kicks off, or just has kicked off June 10th. So they'll probably kind of show a little bit of that. I'm honestly, I really enjoyed what I played of For Honor, but not enough to keep up with it. I'm kind of amazed it's still going as strong as it is. And I love to see it, but I genuinely didn't kind of expect that for them to keep up. Do either of you still play?
Unfortunately, no. But I was looking into what's going on. First of all, 5 years since For Honor. I played it when it came out and really enjoyed it, and then
is it just one
life
game?
happened, and now I'm like, oh wow, hey, For Honor is doing some cool stuff. And with Game Pass, I would be willing to get back into it, especially if there's a lot of new content. There's a cool new event going on. The Mirage event sounds interesting. I guess it's a big fire-themed drought situation, so like that makes for more fighting. And I really liked For Honor when I played it. I wasn't any good at it, but I feel like I could be one day. So I'd be willing to get back into it, like especially on Game Pass.
Tam, are you tempted to go back?
I've not played it in a long time, but like everyone else here, I really liked what I played. I think that the fact that they've been iterating on it and delivering more content on it is going to be very beneficial. I expect that whatever we get will be a trailer for the new season, but also kind of like here's what you missed in For Honor to kind of whet people's appetite. And again, looking at it from a business decision, we had Microsoft talking about the impact of Game Pass on games that are introduced straight into or are introduced at any point into Game Pass, and it has an uplifting impact on actual sales of a game as well as DLC. So for a game like For Honor, which probably has got a decent to healthy kind of pool of players, dropping it in there and will only mean that it benefits from the increased interest that will grow his player base. Even if not a lot, even if just a small fraction of them stick around, that's probably enough for Ubisoft. And there's a decent chance that that transfers over into buying more money
BRB.
for DLC, and also the word of mouth. If you've got 3 friends that are on Game Pass playing For Honor, and you know you're the 4th or 5th friend, and you don't have Game Pass, there's a decent chance you'll get the FOMO and just buy the game outright, which works in Ubisoft's favor too. So a lot of smart decisions being made by putting that there, and hopefully the new content is like exciting. But either way, I feel like I'm gonna download it once it gets to Game Pass and see what's up, and probably bounce off because there's some killers in there that have been playing for 5 years and will just mop the floor with you non-stop.
That's my experience in every Ubisoft multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But then again, I've seen you play Sekiro and Bloodborne, so I think you've probably got the reaction time for it. I do not.
Hell yeah.
Let's kind of breeze past what else we can expect from the Ubisoft pre-show. So updates on Trackmania, The Crew 2, Brawlhalla. So they're announcing a brand new crossover for Brawlhalla. They just had Kung Fu Panda. But interestingly, Watch Dogs Legion is gonna be there.
What did I miss? Absolutely nothing.
So Assassin's Creed updates are kind of in the main show, but Watch Dogs Legion, which just had a kind of fairly significant update. Obviously, they added the multiplayer mode. They're adding in a kind of zombies mode where you can either play by yourself or with friends. It's called Legion of the Dead.
A zombies mode in Resident Evil
And then they
Legion?
have other kind of exciting stuff coming down the pipeline for August. They're adding like invasion mode and extraction, PvP mode.
I heard zombies and I thought Resident
And then there is
Evil.
going to be kind of story DLC later down the line, Bloodline story DLC, as well as the opportunity to have like Aiden Pierce in your game and Wrench from Watch Dogs 2. I, despite, you know, loving London, having lived there for a long time, I did bounce off Watch Dogs Legion quite quickly. I just didn't really... I didn't kind of enjoy bouncing from one character to another. I kind of prefer to have a protagonist. Phil, did you enjoy Watch Dogs Legion? Are you kind of surprised to see it at this placement in Ubisoft Showcase today?
I mean, a little bit.
We still have a whole hour
like
and 47 minutes before Ubisoft Showcase.
A sort of niche. Having played that multiplayer, you know, it feels like a very specific draw, and I think that might be why Watch Dogs is falling into this spot in the pre-show as well. Like, it's not necessarily bringing in, you know, huge droves of players, but the people who are into it are really into it, and I could see them really getting into that zombie mode. I want to check that out. Having played the multiplayer a little bit, it gets tough. It is very difficult. You really need to have a squad who knows what they're doing and is willing to goof off, but also really willing to coordinate if you want to get anything done. And zombies mode probably looks like, to me, it's going to be kind of that same level of like, yeah, this is funny for a minute. You can ride on the cars and stuff, but now we need to get serious. And, you know, you need pals for that, right? So, like, this isn't maybe going to blow the doors off for Ubisoft in general, but there are people who are really into that experience. And, you know, having friends who want to get into it and have run it a couple times, yeah, it's pretty good. So you know, I'm into the zombies idea, and I think that is a niche that doesn't always necessarily get served.
I'm gonna be honest,
really
I have
intense,
never played Watch Dogs.
Goofy open world experience, but needing that squad. And so I'm into, I think that could be a cool thing for them to kind of lean into.
I'm going to move us along because the actual showcase that Ubisoft is promising is already pretty packed. So let's kick off with Rainbow Six Extraction, formerly Rainbow Six Quarantine. I think my favorite thing about that was that the name, the kind of rebrand of the name had actually just been outed a long time ago and just no one sort of realized. Tam, what are your predictions? We know we're going to see gameplay, more trailers. Are you excited for Extraction? So I know you play a lot of Siege.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Extraction. We talked about this previously in another stream. I don't remember what stream it was or when it was, because time is a flat circle and confusing now. But Siege fundamentally is a really sharp shooter, and it's satisfying, and it's like the core mechanics of it are fantastic. So the tricky thing for it is it's really hard to get into it. The learning curve is steep, and people on there are not forgiving of newcomers at all. And you generally have to find new people that you kind of jump into with alongside, or you find people that you trust to kind of guide you, and that's a tricky thing to do. However, the idea of taking those same core mechanics and spinning it into a cooperative game where it's you versus AI enemies, that is incredibly like compelling to me. I love playing Siege. I love the idea of playing Extraction with people who always have liked the idea of Siege, but perhaps aren't up for getting through the hard graft of learning it, and then, or perhaps like aren't into the idea of getting killed immediately and then sitting the rest of the round out because you can't play. But playing an Extraction where always in it, still playing with friends, and then maybe thinking about moving over to Siege because you found a familiarity and a groove and a kind of a understanding of how the core mechanics work. That's super exciting. I think this is going to be, I hope this is going to be a big chunk of the Ubisoft Forward. I'd love to see them break down mechanical stuff and break down, this is how the destruction is going to factor into this game where you're fighting zombies or infected or whatever it may be. Here's how the operators are going to behave and how they might be familiar or different, and ultimately, most importantly, here's how the cooperative part of it is going to work and how it's going to be fun for you instead of like a very straight-laced army versus zombies game. So I hope we get to see plenty of this game. It's one of the games I'm most excited for in this showcase.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that you mentioned, just one giant subtweet to me, as I am the person who is usually always dead. And I am the person who did give up when we briefly, as a group, decided to play Rainbow Six Siege because I would just die and get annoyed.
I could never get into
obviously you can't
Rainbow
just
Six.
immediately respawn. You can still help.
I own the game, but I don't play it that much.
I'm very interested to see what the loop is going to be for Extraction, because it's a team game. I want to be that person who is contributing more and not just the person who is swearing a lot over mic because they immediately died. But another game that we're definitely going to see a lot of today is Far Cry 6. So it recently had a sort of behind closed doors presentation where they showed off some new gameplay mechanics. Obviously, Giancarlo Esposito was at the Summer Game Fest the other day. What more can we see of this game today? I don't mean for that to sound mean, but it just seems very weird to have an embargo where you show off so much of the game and then kind of have another thing just, literally like a week or two after. So
Which
Phil,
is
what are
why
you expecting
I don't
to see
think
today?
that they're going to show any of Far Cry 6
I'm
today.
hoping that we'll get a little bit of a better sense of like this, what seems like their crafting going on with like the building weapons and cobbling them out of weird stuff around the island. I'm not really a big fan of crafting in Far Cry in general. It usually feels like, hunt down 9 boars and then make a wallet. And like, that's just not something I really enjoy. But this seems like much more of a creative kind of approach, at least from what I gathered from the trailers and the other coverage and stuff. So I'm hoping that is true.
Oh,
we
shit.
can like
You
learn
get to play
how
dominoes in Far Cry
be
6?
kind of leading into pulling stuff out of the world and actually making cool stuff out of it, and not just like ticking off a list for crafting, which is what it's been like for the last few games. Also, I would just like to hear more about Yara in general and sort of where the story is going. Giancarlo Esposito had that interview with Jeff Keighley, and he said some interesting stuff about his character, and I'm interested in that. And there was this recent discussion of whether or not this game is going to be political, quote unquote political, and it's like, that's a weird, already like a very loaded discussion, obviously. But what I do want to hear about
the Far Cry series
sort of like
a political game anyways?
and what kind of world it's building, and there's interesting stuff there. It sounds like Giancarlo has an interesting perspective on this whole idea. So that's what I'm interested in. Is the storytelling of Far Cry is always, it has its nuances and it has its interesting directions and stuff, and I want to see more of that. So I'd be down for anything that's going to be kind of like giving us a sense of where we are in this world, what this world's going to be like, and the nuances of the characters involved. And it's not just like, oh, yeah, there's the bad guy, let's go shoot him. I want to hear about, you know, his take on the character and how that fits into the larger experience of the game.
Yeah, I'm particularly interested in the son character. I know there's a lot of speculation when Far Cry 6 was revealed that could be Voss, like a young Voss. But I think I mean, I don't think it is, but he is. But I think just his positioning, where you have his father, who is this dictator who doesn't see himself as a dictator, and then you have the freedom fighters who are trying to, you know, free Yara from this dictatorship, and then they're kind of leaning into the propaganda side of it as well, a lot in their marketing. And so I'm very intrigued to see how things unravel. But I will say, and you brought this up yourself, where it became, you know, just checklist. And I know that is classic Ubisoft game design, towers, checklists. And I mean, if you go back to Far Cry 3, which I think pretty much had the balance just right, and then you go to something like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is a game that just doesn't end. And obviously it has a ton of content, but it also has a lot of bloat. And I found that with the last 2 Far Cries, not including like Primal or New Dawn, but, you know, like Far Cry just didn't have I don't know, it just wasn't as tight as an experience, and it just provided me with so many options just to drop off because I couldn't be bothered to liberate another thing or climb another tower. So I'm interested to see how they're kind of dealing with that in terms of the gameplay itself. Tam, anything on Far Cry?
Yeah, I think I mean, like, both of what you've said there is on point. Like, after the Wildlands release, which performed incredibly underwhelmingly, Ubisoft had they had their financial report, and one of the main things they cited was the game didn't differentiate itself in any meaningful way. It kind of just got lost. And that's not only a problem that Ubisoft has when it comes to its own games versus other people's games, other companies' games. It's a problem that Ubisoft has when it comes to its own games versus its own games. They're all kind of blending into one thing right now. And that has been the case with Assassins. That has been the case with Far Cry, and
dude, Assassin's Creed.
All their, Ghost Recon games.
I don't think I can get into the series anymore.
With that in mind, yes, everything I've seen so far of Far Cry, but
there's just a lot
it's given me nothing to be excited about. So what I'm looking forward to is, as what Phil says, like, what is the narrative? Is it going to say something? Because if it's got nothing to say and it's the same game with more crafting, I'm not sure I can get hype about that. And like you were saying, the loop needs to be meaningfully different this time around, because we've played multiple Far Cry games to this point, and if I really want that same experience again, I can pick any number of games that are out there that offer me something different instead of the same Far Cry flavor. The crafting stuff seems cool, seems interesting. It's not enough for me. I'm at the stage in my gaming career and life where I need something meaningful to happen in these games instead of being like the same thing over and over and over again. So
Facts.
I don't know. I hope that they show off something cool, something different. I do wonder whether they're going to try and do the thing where they show off that one mission that everyone talks about, burning the marijuana field or whatever it may be for this one, and kind of create some buzz that way. But I don't know. I need something. I need something to kind of shock me out the malaise around Far Cry right now, because so far there's not a lot to get super excited for me.
I almost thought you were setting yourself up for a definition of insanity thing there, because you said same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
But you know, that in itself says a lot. That the defining Far Cry stuff that you think about, the burning the marijuana fields, the definition of insanity, like Voss as a character, that was all Far Cry 3, which, you know, we've collectively moved past, but, you know, still kind of trying to reach those highs. Let's move on, because we don't have very long before we're going to pass over to the ESA official opening stream. We know we're going to get updates on Riders Republic, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. There's going to be a kind of Ubisoft film and TV section. Obviously, we'll understand more about the upcoming stuff from Mythic Quest, which I started watching recently, and I am genuinely very much enjoying Mythic Quest. I think it's very funny. And as well, Werewolves Within, which is coming to VOD on July 2nd, based on the VR game Werewolves Within, which in itself, I think, is that based on the board game Werewolves? or is that just, you know, like a spin-off? But either way, there is a kind of game night-esque movie coming out for Werewolves Within. So let's spend the last few minutes before we hand over discussing potential surprises. So obviously we've had Rabbids and Rocksmith, but there are still a lot of things that Ubisoft has that either we know that they're working on or that we hope that they're working on. My big loaded question, Phil, is today the day? Do we see more Beyond Good and Evil 2?
You know, it feels like
I don't think I know Ubisoft like I think I do, because I don't even know how
Ubisoft is headed. I feel like they like to hold these little Beyond Good and Evil trailers like in reserve and then just bounce them on people. And didn't that happen 2 years ago at E3 as well? Like where nobody expected it, and all of a sudden we were just hit with all this gameplay and stuff.
Was that the Joseph Gordon-Levitt year? I want to say.
No, yeah, maybe.
Right.
Which was just like, I remember Eddie from our news team, I think it was Eddie, went to the Beyond Good and Evil presentation, and he was like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's here, I don't understand why. So, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, so like I would not be surprised. It would be unsurprising if that was the surprise. It almost seems like a thing that has to happen at some point.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, when I was kind of putting together our run of show, I went to Ubisoft's website because, you know, Ubisoft News usually has a pretty up-to-date kind of list of stuff. And the Beyond Good and Evil 2 stuff was pretty highly placed, prominent position on the website. So maybe. I just don't see how it's a Beyond Good and Evil game. That's my gripe. But I'm intrigued. I just want to see more of it. Tam, we're going to come to you now. Avatar.
Not the
Last Airbender. No.
Oh,
damn.
They're working. I think it's Massive. Are working on an Avatar game. Do you think it's too soon? Because I don't think we know when the movie is coming. I think they have been filming it. I want to say.
We're talking about the blue people.
I'm not
right?
sure if it's too soon to see anything from the game.
I think they're talking about the blue people.
I think it's probably too soon to see something substantial from it, but I think that Ubisoft will want to remind people that they are making an Avatar game based on James Cameron's 37 movie series that people apparently really care about, that I don't understand, but fair enough. But I reckon we get like a logo and maybe like a blue alien looking into the camera and saying,
yeah, they're talking about the blue people.
I am the Avatar. I don't know what that is about. I've not seen it. I don't know.
Wait, have you not seen Avatar?
No, because I watched the trailer and I went,
what?
This looks like top 10 ass, and I will not be watching it. And I just like have not watched it. And then it came out and everyone went, yeah, it's got 3D. I was like, but what's the movie like? And they were like, it's got 3D.
Yeah, admittedly, I couldn't tell you anything really that was about.
I know the meme.
But I remember seeing it. It was a moment.
Yeah, what is it, Jake Sully or something like that?
I see you, Jake Sully.
I see you, Jake Sully, yeah.
Was it unobtainium? Was what they were going for or something? I can't remember. Something like that. But regardless, so we know Avatar is in the works at Massive. They also have a Star Wars project. The kind of EA Star Wars license has sort of lapsed, and while EA is still working on Star Wars games, now Ubisoft is kind of having a go. Phil, do you think we're going to see like even a hint of a tease?
I hope so. We have almost no information about that at
if we
all.
see anything Star Wars, I want to see the Skywalker saga,
what Ubisoft is attempting
the Lego
to do
game
with that whole idea.
That would be fire.
We know it's narrative. We know it's open world. That's about it. And you know, this is the team that was working on The Division, so I'm really interested in what that translates to for Star Wars. I think we really need to kind of go off into some different directions with Star Wars in general, and get creative with it. And I'm hoping that that's what we're going to see from Ubisoft, some new ideas in this whole galaxy.
I was going to say, I mean, The Mandalorian, at least I know it's kind of the most recent Star Wars in memory, but it's like that does set itself up to be a game pretty well. That game was essentially like just fetch quests all over the place.
Right.
We're going to start to wrap it up now. We're going to throw over to the official EA stream. ESA stream. Look, there's ESA, E3, EA. I was going to mess it up, and of course I have to mess it up on day one. We're going to throw over to the official ESA stream to kick off E3 2021. So we've got Greg Miller, Golden Boy, and Jackie Jing. Then we're going to go to the Ubisoft pre-show. then Ubisoft Forward, and then back here for all our reactions. So don't go anywhere. We'll catch you soon.
All right. There's not much time. I was gonna get up and get some more water, but we only have 5 seconds. Woo! We get some actual trailers now. Is the volume okay for you guys? E3 2021.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to E3 Live from an undisclosed location in Los Angeles, California. E3 is back after a one-year hiatus. I am Greg Miller, one of your 3 hosts this week, and I, of course, am joined by one of my other hosts, Jackie Jing. Hello, Jackie.
Hi. Oh my gosh, it's happening.
Can you believe we're here?
Yeah, we don't. Give me a hug, you.
No, exactly. Get out of here, masks. No one needs you anymore, except for when I leave the set. When we leave the stage, we have to wear the masks.
Oh, I love the Batman mask.
Thank you very much. Well, we all found a new fashion sense in 2020, didn't we?
Yes, indeed.
Of course, as I explained earlier, E3 is back, but things are a little different than usual. There, of course, is no in-person convention this year. Our presentations will be virtual, but trust me, all of the news and excitement is very real. So while we may be here in Los Angeles reacting, all of you get the opportunity to see every announcement from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, that is right, Greg. We are coming to you from here in LA and sending the show out all over the world, from coast to coast in the US, to Latin America, to the Middle East, to the EU, to Japan, to China, and more. We're spanning over a dozen different countries, several continents, and if the Wi-Fi connection is working okay, maybe a space station or 2 orbiting Earth. All this with the helping hand of some of the most trusted media companies around the globe. Very exciting.
Oh my gosh, it's the best, right? And as it continues to go, that was one of the things that I think was so exciting to me when they approached me on hosting, right?
Yeah.
Was the idea that this truly is a global event. They want to get everybody involved, everybody touch the ball, globalizations, different people, different outlets covering it, and really making it, you know, E3 for all. This giant E3 that we can all celebrate together, even though we're still apart.
Yeah, what's so exciting is the accessibility, and I just feel like everyone is so hyped. Brian Altano dropping us a tweet at like 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
You know he wakes up that early all the time, right?
He's got a kid now.
I know, but even before he had a kid, he's just an early riser, I think.
You don't know Brian Altano from IG when he used to party. Trust me, he was not waking up, ladies
You're right.
and
I did know Daddy Altano, so okay. But yeah, it was just so exciting this morning, waking up to all of the tweets and all of the excitement. You know, 2020 kept us apart from our friends and family, but 2021 is bringing us all back together again. We have a whole host of media friends from around the gaming community to react with over the next few days. And that brings me to our 3rd host, Alex Golden Boy Mendez, who is with our media partners. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are here in our Tetris Collective set. It's actually quite nice here. We're excited to be a part of E3 this year, and I'm joined by some of our friends and media partners. We got the one and only Damon Hatfield from IGN. Coop, good to see you here. We also have my good friend and co-worker, right here, Avali May, G4 TV, baby. We also have Dan Casey, the legend himself, from the Nerdist.
That's so nice of you.
Dude, big fan, always have been. And the person who's become my new best friend over the last few hours, we got Michael Hyam from GameSpot. Michael, what's up, man?
Thanks for having me here.
I appreciate that. I
Do that again.
That 100%. Of course, thank you guys so much for joining us here today. And you know, we're going to be talking about all the latest and greatest that's going to be coming out of E3. But before we do that, I want to get your guys' quick reactions. You know, Dan, we'll start with you. What are you looking forward to here at E3?
There's so much to get excited about. I'm really stoked for the PC gaming show because there's a lot of great stuff that comes out of that every year, a lot of indies, but in particular Dying Light 2. I can finally live my dream of perishing in a parkour accident without actually perishing in a parkour accident. In the safety of my own home. It's going to be so much fun. We've seen a lot from that game. There's a lot of surprises to come.
Yeah, I think all of us would rather not perish from a parkour accident. Damon, what about for you, bud?
We got Ubisoft coming up today. My favorite thing to do in video games is clear outposts. So Far Cry 6 is very exciting to me. I'm also a rabid fan of turn-based strategy games. So if Ubisoft had something along those lines to show us, I would say, yahoo!
Oh, look at that. Okay, all right. Avali, what about for you?
I'm excited about everything, GB. This is the first time that I get to join everyone here at E3, so I've got like the nervous sweats as well as the excitement sweats.
That's right, the best sweats.
But what I'm looking forward to is hearing some news from Capcom, because I know a lot of people have their fingers crossed for potentially another VR experience, and
Maybe.
I would die for that, GB.
What
I'd
VR
die
experience
for
did Capcom give us?
For a lady.
We could talk about that later on in the show.
Okay.
We'll get into that later.
Okay, we got a very long next few days. Michael, what about for you, bud?
I'm going to be staying on brand, and I would say Square Enix, but not because of Marvel or any of the big names. I'm talking about Babylon's Fall. That is the game that was revealed in E3 2018, and it went radio silent. But Platinum Games, I know that they
Like
got
most
something up their
games do
sleeve, and I know
during
that
E3.
you're a big fan. Obviously, you're a big fan of Platinum Games as well. But Nier Automata is one of the best games of all time, and I want to see what Platinum has up their sleeve this time around.
Bold statements here from Michael. That's what you're going to be hearing all weekend, folks. Bold statements, hot takes. That's what you want to hear. But we want to thank everyone for joining us, and we'll have more in just a moment. But first, we actually have a special announcement to share with all of our fans, and to help with the news, here's a very special guest.
Oh.
Hey everyone, I'm Mayor Eric Garcetti. And to all the video game fans and supporters, developers and publishers out there today, welcome to E3.
Yeah.
Los Angeles loves E3. And not just because we've hosted this conference over 20 times. We love E3 because this town is a gaming town, home to some of the biggest gaming companies and a multitude of independent studios. LA is home to a growing concentration of game developers and publishers, esports teams and players, talent agencies and investors, cutting-edge technology and innovation. And that's just the start of what makes LA a hub for the video game industry and what makes our city such a good fit for E3. You have an incredible few days ahead of you. So enjoy,
Yes, sir.
and we'll look forward to seeing you in person here in the City of Angels in 2022.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Next year, E3 in person, back in LA. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Okay.
Like going Super Saiyan.
Yeah, exactly, right? Well,
Let's
it's all happening,
Yes!
right? All the restrictions are coming off. I mean, the fact that like we're able to be here, you and I together, but Alex,
Hopefully I
mean,
have
then
money
have
by then. I
GameSpot,
would actually like to go to
Nerdist,
E3.
IGN, G4 all under one roof, right?
That'd be
Like
pretty
that
dope.
was a dream last year when we were all at our houses watching streams.
Totally. Actually, during rehearsal, you and I were like, can we?
Yeah,
Like,
it's the thing about it. Yeah, you know
there's
what I mean?
no
Yeah,
glass
exactly. What do
between
you
us
do?
anymore,
What do you
but
do
yeah.
anymore? But we're here. It's happening. We're all in person, and we're excited to be in person with you next year, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing start to this year's E3. There are so many more announcements on their way over the course of this year's Expo. So stick with us, everyone. There's much more when we return.
Woo!
We're not just nerds. We have people that are like us and
Oh my
get
God.
us. It just
Game
solidified gaming as the monolith that's not going anywhere anytime soon.
E3 is hype.
If you're not at E3, you're not doing it right.
It's just excitement.
The size of it all.
The connection of people from different walks of life.
People that I've met in games across the world.
I've been famous enough to go exactly one time.
It was almost like a holiday.
I was always envious. Sounded super top
Okay.
secret. It was awesome as hell. That was a good 3 days.
For several days,
Yeah, they
we all
didn't
just
ask
go,
me to
"God, video
be in
games
this."
are the best, and you become friends. It's happened to me multiple times at E3.
Just to be around positive people that love what I love.
And the people that make video games shower us in games.
It was something we aspired to.
It is magical every year, honestly.
It's a celebration, I think, of how far we've come as people who just love games.
That's pretty cool.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to E3 2021. I'm Stan Pierre-Louis, the president and CEO of the Entertainment Software Association. The ESA serves as the voice and advocate for the U.S. video game industry. We've also hosted E3 since it started in 1995. Every E3 has its own story, and this one is certainly unique. Given the times in which we live, while we couldn't host the event last year, we've been amazed by the role games have played in our everyday lives. During the pandemic that prevented us from being with so many family, friends, and colleagues, video games connected us, entertained us, and brought us together. I'm not just saying this because I love video games or because I work in the industry. As a player and as a parent, I experience this firsthand, and I hear similar stories every day from people from all walks of life. Games kept us sane and kept us connected. That's what makes coming together this year for E3 so special. It's an opportunity to convene and celebrate as a community. With that in mind, I would like to thank the publishers, developers, platforms, sponsors, and media partners joining this year's festivities to share their plans about the future of games. We'll also give voice to the many conversations we're all having today about games and about society. And throughout this year's event, we'll be sure to reflect the broad community as well as the positive impact games have had on society. Now, I would be remiss if in a year of so much loss, I didn't acknowledge the passing of an industry giant earlier this year. Robert Altman founded ZeniMax, acquired Bethesda Softworks, and went on to build brands and franchises that are among the most popular. Under his leadership, his team created games that continue to delight fans around the world. I got to know Robert in his role as chair of ESA's board of directors. What I learned was that he absolutely loved the creativity and dedication of his team. He relished the opportunity to gather as an industry, including at E3, and he adored his family. It's great to know that his legacy and the games they produced live on. Now, over the next few days, we'll celebrate games, the people who create them, and those who play them. We'll bring you big reveals from companies large and small. We'll also have some great surprises along the way, so stay tuned. Thanks for all the love you've shown games this past year. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the next few days of pure fun and excitement.
Let's go! I am absolutely hyped.
Thank you so much, Stan, for that. Appreciate it. And let's take a look at how this week is going to play out, starting with a look at tomorrow's huge slate of devs and publishers. We just saw an exclusive clip, by the way, from Naraka Blade Point, which we'll see more tomorrow with 24 Entertainment. And then we get the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase, followed by Square Enix Presents, and WB Games Back for Blood will follow with some heat of their own. Then it's the PC Gaming Show and future games to close us out.
Then let's look ahead to Monday. Don't miss things as Verizon unveils their initiatives and partnerships in the gaming space, followed by Intellivision. Take-Two will address diversity and inclusion in the gaming space. Then it's Mythical Games to announce what's coming soon from their team. If you like indie games, we put the independent developers in the spotlight too. Freedom Games will follow, and then you won't want to miss what Capcom has to unleash. Razer will end the day with a look at some of their new products.
And we wrap things up on Tuesday as Nintendo
Yes,
leads the
sir.
way. Things are sure to get off to a huge start that day, as Bandai Namco will follow up with their newest titles. Eureka will take the floor, and then GameSpot chimes in as we wrap things up with the E3 Awards. So you don't want to miss a single second.
You don't, Alex. You really don't.
Sunday
Why
and
would you go
Tuesday are
anywhere
big
else?
days for me.
I don't know
Just stay
why.
Right here.
By the way, we have a new area.
How many more areas are there?
You're going to have to watch and find out for more.
I'll just tell you right now, this is it. There's three. There's three.
Greg, we just got to try and keep luring them in, man.
But why lie to them? Because then the Twitch chat gets all mad. All right. With so many heavy hitters and announcements to come, we want to pose the questions to ourselves here, but also to you at home throughout the coverage of E3. So make sure you're voting in our polls throughout the day. It doesn't matter if you're watching on Twitch, Twitter pages. Simply type into the vote into the chat and go, and all the votes get tallied up live and they're shown on screen. So I will pose the first question. Golden
Nobody's
Boy.
excited for. I was about to say nobody's excited for Nintendo.
I'll accept publishers as well. Put it all into your little chats.
Yeah,
Into your little chats.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real.
What happened?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real. All right, anyone who knows me knows that I'm a Halo fanatic.
Here we go.
So I'm sorry, I gotta go with my boys at 343. I'm so excited to see anything from Halo Infinite. The Halo community is buzzing right now, and we're all very excited about what could potentially be
Of course, you see in the chat running away, 42%, so we're going to talk about Xbox in a second beyond that. But let's talk about the real elephant in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Marvel's Avengers, Black Panther,
my
War
gosh.
for Wakanda.
How many times I gotta tell you, Greg, stop attacking me?
I just want you to, I need you to get on my level, all right?
I am excited for it, though. It looks, you know, obviously we're going to hopefully
I
see
haven't
more
finished the
out of
main
it.
campaign.
We are going to see more out of it, and I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Greg's been going nuts about the Avengers this entire time. I appreciate that. You're like me with Halo.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so let's go back to Halo, because let me see the thing. Yeah, 39% of people are excited for Xbox and Bethesda.
People are excited for Nintendo as well. So
Sure.
obviously it's Nintendo. How could you not be excited for
I'm
that?
surprised there's not more
but, you know,
people
where's the
excited for
love
Nintendo.
For Ubisoft, Square Enix, I have a feeling we're going to see some heaters.
Oh, of course, but I think one of the big things about that, right, is the fact that Ubisoft is imminent. That is today. Gearbox is today. I feel like E3 is all about unwrapping that last big Christmas gift. And when do you want to do that? You know what I mean? You come down and beneath the tree, you have all the small ones, you got the one big one in the back there. When do you go for it?
Yeah, that's right. And Christmas will come early this year, because tomorrow we got the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase. I already mentioned Halo. You know, I'm always looking forward to
What do you want
that.
to see from Xbox
I'm
and
always looking
Bethesda?
forward to whatever
More
comes
Xbox,
out of, you know, Forza Camp, of course, as
what is
well.
it?
We get
Xbox
something
Originals.
cool there, but you know what makes this
Some
one so
console
unique, Greg, is that
exclusives.
this time around,
Xbox has
you know,
nothing.
two of my favorite press conferences have joined together the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase, which means
Starfield.
Maybe Starfield.
Give us Starfield. We have to. It's the game that has so much hype, and we know nothing about it. The time is now. Phil Spencer, Todd Howard, come out, embrace, and then just unleash it on us.
If they actually, like, ideally, I would like for them to come out in, like, jetpacks. You know?
Sure.
Descending onto
Perfect
the stage.
world, yeah.
Phil, I know you're watching, so just you descend into the stage with Todd, and then you guys announce Starfield then and there. I think everyone will be rather moist, and it'll be fantastic.
Rather
Think about it, though. Look,
moist.
this is the
Why
trailer.
did
This
he
is what
say
we know
that?
about Starfield, and people are like going to be the greatest game of the generation. They will go to bat for it. They will fight for it. They will do everything they need for it.
There are people right now fighting for Starfield's honor on Reddit somewhere.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But I'm excited for it, man. You know, anything from Bethesda, though, truthfully, it's a treat. A great studio, an incredible history, as we heard Stan talking about earlier. And really, there's just there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of passion that I think is going to be coming out of that camp. And that's the reason why everyone is so excited for it.
I mean, you're talking about taking the Xbox fan base, which is already so powerful and so riled up, and the Bethesda fan base, and making them one family. Like, yeah, you totally expect something from that. And all I want outside of all that is smaller game news. Where's 12 minutes? Give me a release date for 12 minutes.
Yeah,
all right?
fair enough. Fair enough.
What is that?
Jackie, we're pretty hyped for Microsoft on Sunday. Why don't you and the squad let us know what you think about some of the other big names looking to make a splash at E3?
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Yeah, so much to look forward to, but first we do want to remind everyone at home, if you want some limited edition E3 merch, including hats, t-shirts, and jackets, it is all available at e3expo.com/shop. Have y'all seen the
If
bomber
only I
jacket?
had money.
They look awesome.
Oh my gosh.
It looks good.
We're stealing some.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a cop one.
Okay, we're gonna do that for sure. But okay, my E3 crew. So excited to be with all of you, by the way. But Greg and Golden Boy talked about Xbox and Starfield, all that jazz a bit. But I want to hear what y'all are hyped about. So let's just go down the docket here. We're going to start with Square Enix, okay? They recently announced that they'll be dropping a world premiere from IDOS Montreal, an update on Babylon's Fall. I see Michael nodding a lot here. Details on the Black Panther expansion, and a first look at Life is Strange Remastered. Probably
Games I'm
see some
excited
true
to see
colors,
from
too.
Square Enix.
My question is, any ideas on the IDOS Montreal title?
I want to see some Final Fantasy 16.
Ideas, yes.
Okay, Deus Ex?
Probably not Deus Ex. Although
How dare you?
Deus
I
Ex.
wanted to bring
Final
out my
Fantasy
little
16,
sunglasses
Marvel's
that you click and go,
Avengers.
whoop, but okay, I guess not. But
And
continue,
Kingdom
yeah.
Hearts.
Well, there's rumors. Nothing is confirmed yet. But I think there are some Guardians that are keeping that very secret until the big reveal later on.
I'm going to steal this from someone said this during rehearsals, though. But now might be a good time where you might want to have a cyberpunk style game. So I'm like hoping for Deus Ex.
Yes,
'Cause,
I'm
like,
here for it.
Like Deus Ex is one of the most impactful franchises in my life. The
Yes.
original one that came out in 2000, like it's old now, but man, I still got so many memories. And like Human Revolution and Mankind Divided were like almost hitting those notes. But I feel like now would be a good time to like bring that back. And I know immersive sims like might not sell well, whatever, but those are my styles of games. And yo, bring back Deus Ex, please.
I know, please. We'll see who's right, Damon or Michael and me.
I'd be happy to have
We'd
it.
be happy,
I'm probably gonna be
exactly.
wrong.
Well, I know. We'll see. It could be a stretch there.
I feel like they took the good guesses. Meanwhile, I just want to like wildly speculate and
Okay,
go
let's hear it.
Kingdom Hearts 7, where
Yeah.
all of a sudden everyone turns into Mickey for some reason. But those seem like they're actually might happen.
Yours
so
doesn't
I like
seem
those.
off base at all. What do you
No, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Kingdom Hearts, a game where Donald actually heals you. Like I'd be down for that.
Dude, she
Let's
gets it.
not talk about something that's physically impossible.
This one right here gets it.
Dan, any ideas for you?
I think I'm very curious. As much as I would love to commit minor crimes to make Deus Ex a reality, I'm used to being. I'm used to waiting for Deus Ex. It'll come in due time, so I'm sure it's going to be something totally surprising. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just stoked for more Life is Strange as well. So
What
I
about
can't
Final
get my hopes
Fantasy
too high when I have so
16?
many awesome things coming my way.
They announced
I
that
think with the
during
Life is Strange,
PlayStation's.
the remaster, they're actually packaging like the first one and then the prequel together. So if you missed one of them, you could get all of them again.
Yeah, Life is Strange, I'm so absolutely hyped for. Animation is just off the wall.
I'm
and
lost
then,
in Life is Strange
just so
series. I don't know what's going on
it just,
anymore.
like hits me in the feels so much. But all right, Damon, I'm gonna put you in the hot seat here because Greg Miller was telling me he used to kick your butt. Or actually, you guys would have been a really good team in Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that's not.
Is that not how it went
cooperating in
down?
Left 4 Dead.
Well, no, you could play each other
The
too.
versus mode.
Yeah, well, we never played that.
Okay.
We didn't play
Oh, okay, so it was co-op. All right.
Because
well,
you
I
kept
was
getting your butt.
assuming.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, I was assuming that you were ready for Back 4 Blood and you
Well,
were gonna
I'm-
take Greg down. But okay, I guess y'all were doing co-op.
I have some issues with Back
we're,
4
we're
Blood.
cooperative gamers. I'm super excited for Back 4 Blood.
Yeah.
God, it feels like a lifetime ago that we were playing
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead with a bunch of other IGNers. So yeah, it's nice to have basically Left 4 Dead 3 come Back 4 Blood.
Don't call it that.
Okay, awesome. I mean,
Don't
zombies,
call it
like,
that. It's a
we can always use more
disgrace.
zombies. Girl, I was gonna get to you and Lady D. Okay, let's talk
Oh, are
about
we going in?
Capcom. Let's
Are we
do it.
going? Okay.
As a tall lady, I'm obviously a big fan of the vampire tall lady. So obviously, Resident Evil 25th anniversary. I'm assuming some big drops here. Just no more creepy baby. Is everybody with me on that?
Oh my
Thank
god.
you. I never want to see that again.
Oh,
Capcom, thank you.
the
But okay,
baby?
yeah,
But you
get
know what
hyped.
we need to see?
No.
Lady D?
We had like Resident Evil 7 with the whole VR experience where, it was basically poop your pants simulator because everything was coming at you and you were terrified. Absolutely terrified.
Yes.
But dear God, what I would give if we got Resident Evil 8 VR edition, because then not only will I run straight into Lady D begging her to slash me with those nails, I am going to be playing. I'm like, cool, she's coming towards me. And then I'm heading straight for the floor. I'm heading straight for the floor, looking upwards and going, step on me. And that's all I need.
The internet
for
is
VR
down bad
experience,
for
Jackie.
Demetress.
That's all I need.
First off, I would say relax, but also I feel you on that one.
The internet is down
I
bad.
think we are all in that camp.
If I'm gonna
yes.
keep it real though, like Resident Evil 7, the VR component was such a big deal. If you actually played through that whole game in VR, it was wild. It was like one of the best VR experiences legitimately. And Resident Evil Village is a great game already. So if you can put that in VR, yo, that would be wild, especially if you want to bring it to PC VR as well, and maybe line it up for the PS VR 2, whatever, whenever that's going to come. Have that as like a big hitter. That would be a big deal. And also, hey, shouts to all my Susio boys out there. If you want to go,
just be careful if you buy a haptic suit as well, because my pal Kyle Hill did the
Whoa,
math,
hey, chill,
and
chill,
you
chill.
will explode. You will explode if you get stepped upon. It's literally science.
Relax.
I'm willing to take that chance.
All right.
Down bad.
Dan, Onimusha,
Down terribly bad.
Malik and I were chatting
my
yesterday,
God.
and he's like, you gotta ask Dan that.
Oh my God. I would mortgage everything I have for more Onimusha.
So you're telling me we're gonna see Dino Crisis?
Why must you do this to me? I feel like I'm being relentlessly taunted here with all these titles. I hope they come. I hope they happen. If they do, it'll be a great day, but I'm sure they have some awesome stuff lined up, because even if it's Resident Evil 8 VR, even if we get some rumors of a popular fighting game, maybe a sequel to that, who knows? It's going to be an exciting presentation.
Okay, and then we gotta talk about Gearbox, everybody. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I can't even talk because I'm so excited about it. She is one of my favorite video game characters of all time. She's just this little wild thing, right? And it's gonna be a fantasy epic. I'm super amped about it. So how are we feeling? Am I the only one who's like that excited?
No, it looks
Okay. Roll for initiative. Just get in there.
Yes.
And Tiny Tina doesn't even look so tiny anymore that we saw
She's
just her
regular
skipping
size
through, and
Tina.
I'm like,
know.
so I'm very excited.
I know. I'm so
She's
excited.
got a lot of energy.
Honestly, there are so many great items to discuss. If we want to go round robin really quickly, like, what are you most excited for? Damon.
Perfect Dark.
I knew that.
We got a little tease
Why
last
did I
year. I'm a
even
huge
ask?
fan of Perfect Dark. I can't believe it's back. Show me what this game looks like.
Michael.
I already said in the beginning, Babylon's Fall. Show me what that is.
Can you do that one more time? Oh my goodness, I can't believe you did that. I'll believe.
Jackie, get me on the floor. That's all I need. That and Heisenberg throwing like little metal nuts and bolts at me. Just
Heisenberg, oh my goodness. I thought we were on the Lady D team, but okay, Dan.
Give me that sweet, sweet Starfield. I want to see.
No,
what they
dude,
have.
Heisenberg.
I'm so curious.
Starfield. All right, well, some great answers there, but we are going to wrap things up here for a moment, but that doesn't mean the party is stopping. We are just getting started live from E3. Next up, we are talking Ubisoft. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Get on with the show.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy T-Pain. Just wanted to stop by and say thank you guys for watching the show. Thank you guys for enjoying E3. I can't wait till we get to be back in each other's faces and walk around these huge convention halls and stuff like that. And I can't wait to see you guys. Trust me. Somebody get me out of the house, please. Just come pick me up. Anybody. Don't even care who it is. Just come get me. Until then, keep sending candy.
T-Pain's biggest
Keep sending
fan is
candy.
gonna show up to his
It's
house.
really
He's
helpful.
like, I'm here to pick you up.
Enjoy the show.
I can't believe Jackie just tried to turn Damon Hatfield against Greg Miller. All right, that's impossible. All right, everyone knows we are Left 4 Dead Dynamo. You and me going to be Back 4 Blood Dynamo. It's going to be all about it. But let's talk about Ubisoft. It's up next. We're finally there. What are you most excited to see at Ubi?
You know, well, we did get some news the other day about this whole Splinter Cell animated
We
series
did?
that's
Yeah,
dropping
yeah,
out.
yeah.
You know, if I'm a betting man, I'm out here thinking like, well, you're gonna do an animated series about Splinter Cell. Well, it's a great way to accompany said animated series. I've been trying to pull this narrative the entire time. I just want Splinter Cell, Greg.
You are a betting man in the wrong way. I will gladly take this bet. $20.
Dude,
No Splinter Cell.
Mercs
No
versus
Splinter Cell game.
Spies. Mercs versus
No,
Spies. Greatest
no.
multiplayer mode ever made. I stand by that statement. Stand by it.
As a Superman fan, let me tell you, Splinter Cell fans, it's time to give it up. You're never going to get another game. It's not going to happen. Don't bring the VR one into this. I saw them try to do this to me the other day on YouTube. Don't worry about it. For me, Far Cry 6.
Yeah,
I know
Far
we've
Cry
seen
6.
so much about it, but I get more excited the more I see. And the fact, you know, they leaned a little bit and said, we are political. This is a political game.
Obviously.
Giancarlo had a great interview with Jeff Keighley this week where he was talking about, like, I'm not the villain. And I love the fact that he's so into his characters that way.
Yeah,
I really hope they get to wow us today and show us, again, Chorizo, the wiener dog.
Yeah, but the truth is, Giancarlo Esposito could do anything, and I would be glued to my seat. So seeing him in Far Cry, it's really going to be fantastic. And I think, honestly, man, Ubisoft, like, I would like to see some little nuggets out there for Division fans. You know, my brother's a massive Division fan.
Dude,
plays all the time. He always talks to me about it. Maybe we get a little something like that.
But
some
that
little
was the
drops.
thing, right? They went out of their way to say no Division 2 update, no Division Heartland. And I'm like, but Division Heartland's supposed to be so, please just lie to me. Tell me you're lying to me.
Just
That's
lie.
all I
I'm
want to
okay
know.
if you want to lie with me, Ubisoft, okay?
The other one I think that's, yeah, I got to call it out for blessing Adeoye Jr. over at Kind of Funny is Riders Republic. Riders Republic had such a cool debut, then the delay. Like, where are we hitting with that? Where are we at with that game? What are the sports rings?
Because I feel like that is a genre that could really use something that would, like, reinvigorate it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, we all remember the SSXs of the world and stuff like that, how much we loved it. 1080, those games, they were great. They were fantastic. I would really, really like to see some more updates on that game. What we'll get, maybe some more downhill biking as well, mountain biking. Man, I love that kind of stuff. Injected right in my veins.
Well, that's what's exciting about it, right? Is that it's going to be the 2021 version of that, where you saw all the riders coming together doing that, having XP, having progression, understanding what that's going to look like in an online world. I can't wait. Let alone the fact, right, they've already talked about it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you'll be getting an update of some kind. How big that is, what does that mean? We don't know. Obviously, they talked about their TV shows. There's so much stuff going on. And that's the main show. Remember, of course, we're going to be going over to a pre-show that's going to be talking about Watch Dogs. That's going to be talking about so many other things. And I don't want to string you along any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for our first presentation. Let's send things over to Ubisoft as they prepare for UB Forward.
Yes! Let's go!
When humanity's pride would lead us to our downfall. When the heavens themselves would forsake us. The Kyoshin alone would look up to see what was hidden, to hear what was silenced. To cherish what was about to fade.
Damn. They got Goro in this game? Goro from Resident Evil. Why do I keep wanting to say Resident Evil? I'm addicted. I have an obsession. Somebody save me. From Mortal Kombat is what I was trying to say. I think all that talk is about Lady Dimitrescu and Heisenberg.
Shedding their old selves, shimmering along the haze. Embracing a new power, to be transformed and awakened. They would carve their own path in the land of fire.
Fancy. Okay. Wow. Hold on. What games does Ubisoft actually make again? I'm a gamer, I swear. What games have Ubisoft made? They make Just Dance. We might get a look at Just Dance 2022. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, this part is definitely gonna get memed. Walking for 12 hours and absolutely nothing is happening. I could go get more water, refill the water pitcher, come back, and nothing is happening. I think, if anything, this is just showing visuals. I don't know. I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be right back. What did I say? I called it. Nothing is happening. Guys. Are we really gonna sit here and watch? I assume this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so this is Eivor. Or is that... this is either Eivor or the female protagonist. Did they name her something different? Oh my gosh.
In the disability community, we have a saying, nothing about us without us. It's to say our rights, access, and inclusion in the world can't be met in proper or full ways without direct involvement. It's as true for gaming as it is access to a building. It's really important to us that we work with the community to improve accessibility. By not just involving, but valuing players and developers with first-hand experience of disability, we're much less likely to make mistakes in our approaches. Even if our efforts are well-intentioned, they might not really reduce a barrier or contribute to stigma. We're really thankful and proud of the community for their contributions.
When I was working with Ubisoft on Watch Dogs Legion.
Oh, this is recent. Homie was working recently.
We got to sit down at a table going through ideas on how a feature could be used, like the directional captioning, or what kind of information could be on the screen at the same time.
Hmm.
Whatever could be removed. There was a lot of going back and forth to make sure there was no confusion. It was great how they were double checking to make sure they got it right. I grew up waiting for accessibility to be something companies can talk about.
Inclusivity.
Watch Dogs Legion's Play As Anyone
Yeah.
brought with it a promise of diversity and inclusion that inspired our team to make accessibility a core pillar of our design from the very beginning. The game offers a visualized sound effect system that captions hundreds of ambient world and gameplay sounds, from birds singing to footsteps to cars accelerating or crashing, each prioritized by context and spatialized with a directional indicator. The Watch Dogs Legion's team is extremely proud to have achieved this new level of accessibility, but it's only the beginning. Games that are truly accessible to everyone will require continuous innovation and effort, and I look forward to seeing today's innovations become tomorrow's standards.
This water is so good. Oh my god.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we started working on accessibility features very early in the process. We have options for player to choose their text size, but also
I can
the
confirm, I
text
own
size of
Assassin's
the
Creed Valhalla.
subtitles. You can add a background to your HUD elements to make sure the contrast is good for you. We can adjust the icon size also depending on your gaming setup.
I can confirm
we
all
want
of
to
this.
make sure you get the most out of it.
Ubisoft's goal is to make games that enrich our players' lives. And key to that is making games that are inclusive and accessible to all. What we've seen is
Exclusivity.
that by talking to the community and learning from each other, our teams are really inspired to innovate and find solutions, striving to challenge themselves and always improve.
So how you guys doing? You enjoying the stream so far? We haven't even gotten into the announcements yet. This is literally just the pre-show. Are we really doing this again? Okay, well, while that's happening, we can just talk and chat for a bit. Oh, man. So, what are you guys excited for? I can say... You probably are going mad. I know I'm going mad. Dude. I think I'm gonna turn the audio off for this, just so that we can talk and chat for a bit. Because absolutely nothing is happening right now. We have 47 minutes until the actual show. So that's fun. But it's fine because we're gonna be streaming the whole time. But until then, I have the chat up. You guys can talk. It should show up in the chat right next to me. I think it's right here. And I'm out of water, just like that. Drink your water, kids. It's good, I promise. Anybody in the chat, what are you excited for? What day of E3 are you excited for the most? Anything at all? You know? This is my first time going live, so if anything seems out of place or if anything seems dry, you have to understand this is my first time going live. I can't edit out the boring parts. Video is looking pretty smooth though. I'm not gonna lie. The video is looking as smooth as hell. I kind of hate my webcam sometimes because it makes me look bad. Alright, I'm gonna switch it back to the live screen now. So that you guys at least have something else to look at. I feel like this thing might end soon. I feel like their intermission screen might end pretty soon. Maybe. Yep. Alright. Cars deserve a vacation. Hey, yo, hold on. What is this? This looks like something I could get into. Trackmania? Where has this been all my life? Can I get this on Steam? This is good. Epic Game Store and Ubisoft Store? I think I'll pass. That looks good. Hold on. What can I buy Trackmania on? Because that might be our next gameplay. Wow. The original came out in 2003. Not this again. Oh my gosh. Are we going to be doing this for 42 minutes? Okay, wait, hold on. It's out on PlayStation 4, Xbox, DS, and Wii. It's also on Windows. This is kind of old. Not the game itself, but like that information. Huh. Why do they do this? Why do they make us sit and wait like this? Just get on with the show! Is this still Watch Dogs Legion, or is this Microsoft Flight Simulator? That'd be pretty dope. So, how's it going, guys? Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for the presenters to come back on screen, and then we can get back with the live. Everybody take a break. Just take a break. Alright guys, it looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Oh, I definitely could have done this a bit better. This is just day one though. This is E3 day one, so anything that I feel like could have been improved upon can be done better in day two. But we're finally getting into the show.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Ubisoft Forward. I'm Neela.
And I'm Yusuf. We're so thrilled to be back hosting Ubisoft Forward. Over the next hour, we'll be your guides to all the latest news and exciting announcements coming from Ubisoft.
Yes.
We've got so much in store for you today, including deeper looks at Far Cry 6, Riders Republic, and Rainbow Six, plus a few other surprises you'll find out about soon enough.
Neelam, I'm excited. We're filming this together. We got this gorgeous set. E3 is back.
Yes, sir.
And I know why y'all are here. You want to see games. So let's get right into it.
Rainbow Six operators are facing off against an evolving and deadly threat. You'll no doubt have noticed that the alien parasite has spread to new areas. It's time to suit up and step into the containment zone.
Here's a deeper look at Rainbow Six Extraction.
So is this a new game or is it just a new game mode? Is this an event?
I used to feel so much peace staring into the heavens until a piece of it fell. And the nightmare began. We thought it could be contained, but it evolved. So we did too.
One of our own is MIA. I need an extraction team, now.
If there's a way to stop them, you will find it.
Can I see what the
But I know.
zombies look like though?
You will find me first.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six presents.
Nomad, secure our exit. I'll take out the nests.
And I'll find Ivana. I have your signal. Let's go.
We're already out of the nests.
Incoming! Clear the area!
Ah, they don't look all that threatening. I could take them on. Wouldn't even need a team.
Stand back!
Woo!
Clear. Let's move out.
Okay, I'm still trying to figure out if this is like a new game mode, if this is a new game itself. I doubt that they would release a new Rainbow Six.
I found her.
So I'm pretty sure this is just a game mode.
Ivana, hold on. I've got company.
Coming through.
Countermeasures.
Damn. Nope, sorry.
An apex. Not so fast.
Target the breacher. Now's our chance.
Nomad, blow the door. Cover me.
This low key makes me want to get into Rainbow Six.
Hey, you are throwing me a party?
Yeah. Too bad you missed all the fireworks. Team, it's Ash. We're not done yet. VIP down and...
So is it a new game? Or is it a new game?
Now, I know you must have a ton of questions after seeing that trailer.
Yeah, I do.
We have answers, as well as a full gameplay walkthrough coming up, so hang tight.
All right, I'm gonna hang
My
tight.
name is Richard. I'm your resident community developer coming to you from North Carolina. We're thrilled to be back to give you an introduction to Rainbow Six Extraction. With me today in Montreal, I have Bruno Lalonde, our lead technical director, and Alicia Fortier, game designer, to help walk us through. Alicia, what can we tell our players about Extraction?
Extraction is a 1 to 3 player co-op experience. You might think you know what you're getting into since there's going to be some of your favorite Rainbow Six operators, but it's going to be completely different because this time you're not fighting against each other. You're coming together to face an unprecedented, evolving alien threat.
Yeah, no, I get that, but
Some of the operators' abilities, gadgets,
a new game?
and tech should feel familiar to Siege players. But this time, as you progress through the game, you'll unlock new ability upgrades and a whole new arsenal specifically designed to take on this new threat.
So the operators we just saw in that trailer are very familiar. But what happened to Hibana?
She got captured. In Extraction, you're always putting it all on the line. If you or a teammate falls during an incursion, you're gonna go missing in action. You can't play MIA operators until they're safely recovered. You and your squad are gonna have to come back together to get back in there and get them out. Every time you go in the containment zone, you risk losing all your progress and upgrades.
Oh, wow.
So stay on your toes and weigh every move you make.
Balancing that risk and reward scenario is going to be tough. Bruno, can you tell us a little bit more about the alien threat? What is it? Who are they? And where do they come from?
What we know is the Archeans are an evolved form of the parasite that was first detected few years ago during the Outbreak event in New Mexico. But a lot have changed since. The parasite has spread to 3 new regions.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't know
emerging in
anything
several
about the story of
containment
Rainbow
zones
Six, so
within New York,
whatever he's
San
talking
Francisco,
about,
and Alaska. This is
I'm
what we know
confused, I'm
so
lost.
far. Within the containment zones, the alien ecosystem is in a continual evolution as incubation nests and their sprawling tissue spawn procedurally, taking over different areas of the map in reaction to the player presence.
The parasite is always spreading, always evolving. But it didn't look too happy about the operators disturbing their new home. What are we facing off against?
Well, the black goo-like sprawl is probably the first thing you will take on. It spreads to the map once your presence is detected, slowing progress and helping the Archeans. Some of the other threats you may have seen in the trailer are the long-range spiker, the explosive breachers, the shape-shifting tormentors, and the apex. There's a lot more species of Archeans and mutations that have been observed. More to come on that very soon.
Interesting.
Thank
yeah,
you both
I definitely
so much
will
for
have to get
joining
back
me.
into
I'm really
Rainbow
excited
Six.
to dig into more of the details. We still have crossplay to talk about. Yes, that's right. Extraction will bring everyone together regardless of the platform. And for our Rainbow Six Siege community, we have exclusive unlocks for you in both games. Okay, you've been waiting long enough. Let's take an exclusive first look at some gameplay footage. Here is Rainbow Six Extraction.
I want to see like box art. Can you tell me if this is a separate game from Rainbow Six? That's all I want to know.
Welcome to Rainbow Six Extraction, the new tactical co-op shooter game where Rainbow Six operators are dropped into alien territory. In today's walkthrough, we're on a mission to investigate anomalies identified at the Orpheus Research Center in Alaska. HQ will provide additional instructions.
We need new data on the parasite's underground network. It keeps evolving, adapting. Plant auto trackers on dormant nests. Don't destroy them or we'll lose the trackers.
As a squad of 3, Ella, Alibi, and Sledge will use their operator abilities to complete objectives, assist each other, and obliterate Archeans in their way.
Drone spinning up.
Game looks beautiful. Like this is gorgeous.
That's a grunt. Easy for a nest to incubate and bring to life, not so easy to eliminate in large numbers.
Converge on location. Nice and quiet.
The enemy reacts to intrusions in their ecosystem, including operators.
Eliminate my target.
So stealth tactics are the way to go.
Wow.
The Visual on Nest. Place auto trackers for our React scientists.
Auto tracker activated.
This looks clean. We haven't even gotten like what 5 seconds into the gameplay.
The parasite generates sprawl, a substance that connects the whole ecosystem. Alert an Archean, and a nearby nest wakes up too. Archeans move faster in sprawl, but operators get slowed down.
Take my guy out.
The squad can use their React light to see bioluminescent properties in Archeans and in the environment.
Interesting.
The contrast helps to better identify targets.
Nest mapping complete. A scientist just gave me the thumbs up. Good job.
Identifying Archean variants helps the team determine the best approach to take them out. Spotted a rooter. It can immobilize anyone in front of it, so Sledge will swing around back.
That is clean. That is clean. So it's like a Rainbow Six Left 4 Dead, basically.
Close. Here, the team can regroup and resupply.
I think after Back 4 Blood, a lot of games are trying to imitate that Left 4 Dead style.
We need tissue samples from those Archies, and we need them gone. Use your React blade.
I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow we get like Microsoft and Xbox presenting a Minecraft Left 4 Dead type stuff. Yo.
It's right there. React blade, do your thing.
That target is finished.
One down. We're not done yet. That's your target. Don't put it to death just yet. Get that sample.
We've located a spiker. It can fire armor-piercing projectiles. Alibi deploys a Prisma hologram.
Deploying the bait.
That's clean. I'm not a huge fan of like Ubisoft's products, so you're not gonna see me like jumping out of my chair or anything. That day is for Xbox, Bethesda, and Nintendo.
It's all about
those are gonna be some good days.
Barricade that spot.
Reinforcing the wall. Creating a choke point is a good idea to increase the arc mine's efficiency.
Eyes on hostile!
That's the way. Keep hunting.
That's the React threat sensor. Smasher incoming.
Ooh. No. No. No, sir. It runs too?
Wow, that did it. Take out the leader. No leader for the Archies to follow.
Another objective completed. The squad can either exfil at the extraction point to bring home the latest intel, or move to the next airlock. The third subzone will be the most challenging yet. A true test of both tactical team strategy and operator reflexes.
Some Archeans are responding to an elite as if they're communicating. No way we'd let them mobilize against us. Hunt them down until the elite comes out of hiding.
Yeah, this game definitely looks clean. Oh my gosh. Right after this stream, I'm going to play some Rainbow Six. Wow.
The elite will show up any second.
Enemy located! Eliminate my target! I'm compromised!
have an operator in stasis.
An operator is now MIA.
Yo.
But we're mounting a rescue. Hang tight.
So what does the player do if the player goes MIA? What does it look like on their side?
You heard it. A rescue mission is underway.
That's gonna be
React
good.
Still needs you.
That's gonna be good. All right. Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Operators, it's time to unite and stand together against this emerging threat. Squad up with friends in co-op or step into the containment alone.
I will definitely not be going in alone, but I don't have any friends, so any of my YouTuber friends, hit me up.
If you think fighting aliens is tough, try learning guitar.
Well, that was a segue.
10 years ago, Rocksmith redefined music learning by introducing the first console game that taught millions how to play guitar.
Whether you're already an expert or just starting out, Rocksmith has an approach that's for everyone. A fun and interactive way to learn guitar, playing your favorite songs. And in the decades since its release, our community and its impact have only amplified.
Does it actually teach you how to play guitar though?
And see what's next for Rocksmith.
Because I've been meaning to learn how to play for a while. Huh. Okay, this looks interesting. I've never seen Rocksmith before, so wow. I don't think I would put in the effort to actually learn how to play guitar though. Wow. Ah, dude, that's so cool. It's one of those bring the community together kind of things. It's not really a game, but it's like it's a learning app, I guess you could say. That's awesome. Yeah, I won't be picking that up though. I don't have the effort.
I'm Arthur Von Nagel, producer at Ubisoft San Francisco, and Rocksmith has truly been a dream project for me. As a lifelong gamer and a touring musician, Rocksmith is what I wish I had when I started learning music. And that's why I'm thrilled to share the next evolution of music learning, Rocksmith Plus, a new interactive music learning subscription service available this year. Learn how to play guitar and bass by playing along to master recordings of your favorite songs. Connect your instrument to your PC, console, or mobile device and get real-time feedback as you play. Connecting with Rocksmith Plus will be easier than ever now that you can use your phone as a microphone. Download the app, log in, sync to Rocksmith Plus, set it down, and play along. Now, acoustic players and electric players with amps can use Rocksmith Plus with no extra gear needed. It's a game changer.
Yeah, no, I tried playing Rock Band
a huge amount of songs at launch.
with my girlfriend. That didn't work out. I was on the easiest difficulty, and I
for rhythm players
still
who
sucked
want
at
to
the
learn
game.
foundation of a song to hum and strum along to. We'll still have the note-for-note, authentic arrangements for players that want to play songs exactly how the artists originally played them. And each week, we'll release a steady stream of new authentic arrangements to keep growing that portion of the library. We're also introducing the Rocksmith Workshop, a new tool that lets users create and add their own arrangements for songs we've licensed.
Wow.
Your subscription will give you access to all those songs. More content than ever before, including genres beyond rock. We'll have pop, hip-hop, country, Latin, R&B, all sorts of metal subgenres. We'll have music from all over the world, from big stars to indie darlings. It's the most diverse song library ever seen in music learning software. Rocksmith Plus will still have our proven practice features like adaptive difficulty and riff repeater, which let you practice and learn at your own pace, or slow down and repeat tricky parts until you master them. We've improved those features in Rocksmith Plus and are introducing new ones. Beginner and intermediate players will benefit from more personalized learning, thanks to an enhanced recommendation system and more robust progress tracking. Players won't just see their growth on a single song. They can now monitor their progress technique by technique across the board, and overall offer a better sense of how you're improving over time. Advanced players will be happy to know we're introducing a new Rocksmith Tablature view. That way you could take advantage of Rocksmith Plus's song library and practice tools in a format that's familiar and one that will hone your tab reading skills. We're excited to announce that you can register for a chance to participate in our closed beta right after the show.
That is really interesting.
Visit our website at rocksmith.com to get an early look at Rocksmith Plus and help us test and create the future of music learning. Thank you so much to the amazing fans who have enjoyed and supported Rocksmith over the past 10 years.
See,
let's jam together with Rocksmith Plus for another 10.
As awesome as that looks, that not only
Register now for a
requires,
chance to play the Rocksmith Plus beta.
not only does that require effort,
Summer's
but
coming,
it also
and nothing gets
requires
thrill seekers' blood flowing
to
with bright sun and
purchase
fresh trails.
a guitar.
And Riders Republic will give them just that.
Last year, you got a first look at our massive multiplayer outdoor sports extravaganza. Since then, the project's grown by jumps and grinds.
A Ubisoft original. Ooh, stop playing. Y'all know I can do that deep voice video game, TV show, movie announcer.
Greetings, thrill seekers. This is the Riders Ridge, the Republic's stomping ground. From here, you can meet like-minded riders. Manage your career. Learn to nail those wild moves. Stay stylish. Share your creations with the Republic. Stay on top of the latest news. And take up some ferocious multiplayer action, like Free-for-All or Tricks Battle, our 6 versus 6 team competition.
Okay. I'm kind of getting more and more hyped about Ubisoft
Here's how
stuff.
it works. Performing big tricks on the modules will turn them from red to blue, and every trick that you stomp will contribute to your team's overall score. Still with me? Okay. When your team has turned all the modules blue, you capture that district, which will help multiply your score into the big time. Progress, progress, progress. To unlock more content, you gotta earn those stars. So, if you want to be the boss of your own career, the world's most famous competitions are waiting for you.
Okay. So right now my interest peak is at Rainbow Six Extraction, whatever the fuck this is, Riders Republic, and what was that last thing we saw? Rocksmith.
Now, some might say the best parts of the Republic can be found in the city playground. We've got modules that you can slay for days.
Wow. I'm amazed at how they're doing anything on those snowboards without any snow.
Either way, to progress, you gotta earn those stars. Having the right rig is important too. and we've all got our preferences.
Bruh.
All right, I get it. Sometimes you just want to explore and bathe in nature.
That's awesome.
That's right. Everything you do counts. Getting those stars means more rad to be had, and the Republic will abide. There's always something awesome to do as you reach new milestones and unlock more challenges. It's the Red Bull Joyride, people. It's infamous. It's spectacular. It's the biggest stage in slopestyle mountain biking. And guess what? You can play it versus your friends. There is so much more.
I would be
More
terrified
stunts,
to actually do this.
more sports, more events. Just more, okay?
Just more, okay?
And a natural outdoor playground for you and your friends to enjoy, any way that you want. When we say fun with everyone, we mean it. Look at all these riders. Does this speak to you? Then don't miss out on mass races. Woo!
Yeah, this looks really good. I'm not usually into sports games like this. But the way that the trailer is making it looks like something I would definitely pick up and maybe play for the channel like once or twice.
See you soon.
Okay. All right. September 2nd. Okay.
Don't keep the mountains waiting. Riders Republic is coming September 2nd, and you can pre-order now and claim your right to rip.
Okay, so we've seen some of our favorite Rainbow Six operators battling alien parasites, but how's their day job going?
You know, ever since Crimson Heist, we're still trying to clear all those pesky Flores drones off the maps.
Year 6 is off to a blazing start, with Siege passing 200,000 concurrent players a few weeks ago. If you haven't joined in yet, 2021 is the perfect time to drop in.
I mean, I own the game, but I just don't play it. I'm not that big on shooters either.
Year into our journey with Siege, we are humbled and grateful for the enthusiastic community that has supported this growth. So today is all about sharing quality of life developments that will dramatically improve player experience.
With the community growing every day, we've been hard at work finding ways to improve your ability to play with your friends and meet new players. On June 30th, we are unifying our PC and cloud-based platforms.
Oh yeah, they're putting it on Stadia.
That means that any
Does anybody have a
Luna,
Stadia?
or
Who
PC
actually owns
will
a
be able
Stadia?
to tune to games together while having a unified account progression.
And for console players, in early 2022, crossplay will be available between PlayStation and Xbox platform, and the cross progression will be available between all platforms.
I thought crossplay was
For this
already
update,
available
we
for
needed
Rainbow.
a bit more time in order to prepare and make sure they have a smooth launch.
Bringing these player bases together benefits everyone. It will finally allow you to play with your friends across different platforms. It also means that your progression will now follow you, anytime and anywhere you play.
We know crossplay is a feature a lot of you has been anticipating, and we are thrilled to see the enthusiasm its announcement has inspired. From your amazing fan art to the awesome cosplays, the Rainbow Six community is the lifeblood that keeps this game moving forward.
We cannot thank you enough for your support. It is because of you that Siege keeps evolving and growing.
To wrap up,
He wasn't talking to
here's a
me.
brand new animated trailer starring Thunderbird, the new Defender joining Team Rainbow. Check this out.
If y'all want to see me play Rainbow for the channel, drop it in the chat. I bet nobody will.
Ready?
6 years ago, I met a pilot. She saved my life. That symbol, what does it mean?
This jacket was my father's. Dagu Wakan, Wichachpi. The creator's star has
That's a
many
mouthful.
meanings. Love, wisdom, bravery.
Suits you.
Listen, I need to get this bird in the air. You try to get some rest.
You're the boss. What's happening?
I'm asking the same question. Hey, bro, it's just a bear. It's literally just a bear.
Wait, that's it? What happened next?
Why don't you ask her yourself?
Guys, I'm confused.
New projects aren't the only things to be excited about this year. Take a look at the incredible updates coming to our live games in 2021.
Oh yeah, we talking more about Trackmania. Or is this is I think this is the same thing that they showed during the long 49-minute wait for the actual show to start. Yeah, all this stuff happened during the pre-show wait. Okay. Ubisoft makes some... Is it Ubisoft or Ubisoft? They've been saying Ubisoft, but I've been hearing a lot of people call it Ubisoft. I just don't think people know what the company is called. A lot of these trailers, man, it makes me want to look it up. Makes me want to play it.
From the release of the Ghost experience to the latest teammate update, Ghost Recon Breakpoint keeps evolving thanks to your feedback.
Yeah, feedback.
That's not all. As 2021 marks the 20th anniversary of the Ghost Recon franchise, we are happy to announce that there are still many more surprises to come. Stay tuned, Ghosts.
Interesting.
Just Dance has always been about connecting with friends and family.
Yeah, show me some Just Dance 2022.
So move the coffee table, alert the local homeowners association, and let's get loud.
No? Alright, I'm sorry. Just Dance 2022! I'ma also be honest with you. I have not seen any Just Dance, or have not played any Just Dance since like 2017
Hello,
maybe.
my name is Todd Call, and I'm a singer, dancer, actor, director, and choreographer. I am super excited to announce that my song Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels is going to be a part of Just Dance 2022. Face, eyes, then waist, thick thighs, you, me, you, wish, new phone, who, this. But that's not all. Oh no, for the first time ever, the Just Dance team and I are collaborating to give you an exclusive version of my song for Just Dance 2022. Girl, I don't dance, I work. I don't play, I slay. I don't walk, I strut, and then sashay. To me, Just Dance allows people to express themselves through dance and to celebrate who they are and their individuality in such a fun way. Just Dance has transformed millions of lives, and I hope that this song brings
Just
you all
Dance
so
just
much
took
joy,
like
whether you're dancing
first
alone
place.
or with a group, to work out, or just to have fun. It's going to be a great
Just
time.
Dance
and I
took
can
first
assure
place.
You will not just play.
Just 'cause it's Just
You
Dance.
will absolutely slay. The new lyrics were handcrafted specifically for Just Dance. And let me tell you something, they're full of sass because, you know, they were written by yours truly. But I guarantee they are going to give people so much confidence. That's the reason why I wrote Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels, and now it's been Just Danceified. I don't think they're ready for this jelly. I hope you all have
They're
just
not
as
ready
much
for
fun
it.
dancing to this
Nobody
track
is
as I
ready
have
for
making
Just
it.
Dance
And
2022.
one last thing, you will have the opportunity to be a part of the making of my new video, which will be released alongside the new Just Dance track. For more information on how to participate, darling, just check the link below. We got you. I cannot wait to see you all living your best life and being the most fabulous you have ever been. I will see you all in Just Dance 2022.
Do I get some more songs? Do I get like a song list, or was that it? 40 new songs. Do you get to tell us? Believer by Imagine Dragons, okay. I guess that's all we get.
It's time to get our Viking on. It was a big year for the new chief of the Raven clan, but your journey with Eivor is far from over.
Alright, this might take second place. Just Dance is still up there. I have not beaten Valhalla yet either. I own Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I have not beaten any of them.
It was the biggest launch for any Assassin's Creed game to date, and we have you to thank for that. Becoming Eivor, a Viking leader going on a quest to fight for a new home, is an adventure that resonated closely with many of you. I certainly had fun exploring England with Eivor and stumbling across unique world events that left me with memorable side stories.
Thank you, Eivor.
We're amazed to see how you dedicated yourselves to the Viking lifestyle. You've led more than 300 million raids in total, and built more than 100 million buildings in your settlements. Congrats. Eivor still has a long journey ahead, and we've been continuing to offer free updates for all players to enjoy post-launch. These updates include time-limited festivals, new quests, and even whole new game modes, such as the River Raids update and the Mastery Challenge.
So I feel like most game companies are actually starting to learn that you don't need to make a new game every year. You can just update it. Give us some DLC. We'll be satisfied. Like I think Pokemon is slowly learning that because they're not releasing new games every year. It's like a remake or a DLC.
Various known issues on our forums, and also
People will still buy it.
Bug fixing process in a recent dev blog. We love seeing your continual feedback, and we thank you for your patience and support for the game. On top of regular free updates, we're also building on Eivor's story and the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla through game expansions. Wrath of the Druids released a few weeks ago, allowing players to explore Ireland and battle a mysterious cult, the Children of Danu.
Weird.
In our second upcoming expansion, you'll get to relive the Siege of Paris. This is the most ambitious battle in Viking history, taking place in war-torn Frankie.
I've never heard of it.
You'll have to do everything in your power to uncover enemy secrets and form strategic alliances in order to safeguard your clan's future. Players may be excited to learn that black box infiltration missions are returning. This means you're given a goal for a mission, but how you'll achieve it is up to you. Expect new abilities, weapons, gear, and of course, new enemies. Watch out for the Siege of Paris coming this summer. Assassin's Creed has long focused on the exploration of history, and we are happy to announce that the new Discovery Tour will be released this fall. It will be free to all who own Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That's me.
Explore the world and
I
take a
own
deeper
Assassin's
dive
Creed
into
Valhalla.
the history of the Viking Age. The team has crafted a new experience where you'll get to play as people during the time of Vikings and follow them in their endeavors, big and small, while collecting exclusive rewards. Whether you're an Assassin's Creed fan with a heart for history or a student looking to supplement your knowledge, the Discovery Tour Viking Age will have you covered. Assassin's Creed Valhalla doesn't stop here. For the first time on an Assassin's Creed title, we'll be supporting the game well into its second year. While this year will be a very active year for the game, we're already working on more expansions for next year. Something tells me that Eivor is not done with Odin yet.
I don't know what I'm looking at. They wanted me to be hyped about that. I don't know what that is.
So you've seen some great games from us, but we also have news about the movies and TV series we've been working on.
Our Ubisoft Film and Television team has some exclusive content to share. Up first is Mythic Quest, the workplace comedy set in a game development studio that's streaming on Apple TV+. If you haven't watched the second season yet, here's a look at what you've been missing before the upcoming season finale.
Why do you have goosebumps?
This is an involuntary reaction to
Being inspired?
I was emotionally manipulated.
What's the difference? That's it. Except make it about me and not the world.
I feel really seen and heard.
I don't want to see you or hear you.
She played us.
It's on Apple TV Plus. Anything else?
Emotionally manipulated us.
What's the difference?
Anywhere else? I don't want to have to buy another subscription, man.
New trailer for our feature-length movie, Werewolves Within. It's a whodunit with teeth that'll be coming to theaters June 25th and on demand July 2nd.
Hello, everyone. I am Josh Rubin, the director of Werewolves Within.
And I'm Sam Richardson, the star of Werewolves Within.
Werewolves Within was based off the Ubisoft game, and we're so excited to bring you an exclusive look just for you.
Check it out. Dr. Ellis?
I told you, she's probably tanked.
Jesus.
Again, I'll shoot. Again.
Dr. Ellis? Stay lost, please. We need answers.
It didn't disappear.
What'd she say? What did she say?
It's not Emerson Flint. It's one of you.
Oh, okay, well, look, we don't understand.
What did her eyeball
And
say?
I can't do that, Ranger Wheeler. You could be one of them.
One of what?
Say it louder for the people in the back.
A what?
A werewolf.
The roads are effed. Something's wrong with the generator. Also, there's a dead body under your porch.
I'm gonna go get a croissant.
Out of curiosity, who is packing? You having a good old-fashioned sleepover? With guns. With guns, yes.
Yo, okay. There are not a lot of good video game movies out there, but this one, I've never played Werewolves Within, but this looks hilarious. This looks good.
Excited.
Not judging, just watching it.
In theaters June 25th. Okay.
Follow Mythic Quest on Apple TV Plus, and be sure to catch Werewolves Within this summer, in theaters or on your on-demand platforms.
Okay. I
No
will do
hero
that.
story is complete without a great rival to match them. After all, even the most vile tyrant is a star of their own narrative.
When it comes to memorable villains, no one does it better than Far Cry.
Please, we have to get on that boat.
Abuela, what the hell I'm gonna do with baseball cards?
Do you have any idea what these are worth? Let us through.
Oh.
Marco, always making new friends.
Danny, you're late. Where's Alejo?
He gave up his ticket for his family.
Bullshit. Alejo is an orphan.
Alejo's not going anywhere anymore. Come on, Marco. Let them on.
Vamos.
Good man.
Get out of boxing now. Let us on.
I never really understood Far Cry games.
Gracias.
Probably
Don't
just
worry
because
about
I've
it,
never
Marco.
actually played one.
Here. That's all I've got.
This isn't right, Danny. We should be fighting, not running to the Yankees.
Alejo gave you a fucking gift, Lira. We survive. Same as the orphanage, same as the academy.
What's that?
Please, no, this is a fishing boat. Lluvio, no.
Jesus! Oh, you guys are fucked. I don't know what's about to happen, but you are screwed.
Before he was El Presidente, mi papa loved to fish. We would go out on a boat, just like this. And we would catch the fish, and then release them. He would say, it's not always about your stomach, mijo. It's about the challenge. Except when he caught a big, fat, juicy marlin, he was too proud to let that fish go.
As most people are.
No! You have poison, Diana! You have poison your soul!
I've caught a very big fish today.
Bro, hesitation. People be getting bodied in Far Cry.
Diego.
Ugh.
No way.
Excuse me.
I have got you, mijo. Now it's time to bring you home.
I don't want this anymore, Papa.
We have no choice.
Let them go. They can work. Make Viviro.
Truth or lies?
Truth.
They could be good workers. They could help rebuild paradise. But if you wanted them to live, you would have never set foot on this fucking boat. 13 years old. And Diego has such compassion for his people. These fish, we will catch.
But we won't let him go. Oh. Thought I had it. Is there a story to Far Cry? Because if that's the case, I think I'm gonna skip out on this one because there's 5 other games.
Disturbing lesson from Anton Castillo, passed down to his son Diego as he grooms him to become the future ruler of Yara. The most important part of crafting a Far Cry villain isn't the fact that they're evil or shocking. It's that there's someone that could sit across from you at the dinner table and charm you into thinking that everything they believe, no matter how twisted or horrifying, could be absolutely true. That's the secret to Anton's power, and we couldn't be prouder to have him join the Far Cry family. Now, when creating Anton, we had quite a lot to live up to. Because when you think Far Cry, you think about its rich legacy of villains.
I don't know what to think when I think of Far Cry. I've never played a single game in my life.
Special day for Far Cry fans. Not only did we get to see into the mind of Anton Castillo, we finally get to unveil some of our post-launch plans. Our dream was to honor the Far Cry villain's tradition and introduce a brand new experience. It is time to see the other side. Go further down the rabbit hole, and it's up to you to find a way out.
Huh. I have to do some Far Cry research because I don't know what this game is all about at all.
My, what a happy family. RJ, tell your mother and sister to...
You are alive. That is all that matters. What the fuck?
Peekaboo, motherfucker.
What?
Where the fuck am I?
I too am a king who isn't afraid to slaughter to get what he wants. In my way!
Is this a test? A dream? An opportunity? Then I will not waste it.
What is happening? Is this still Far Cry?
Far beyond salvation. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
There's a season pass. There's a season pass for Far Cry. I feel like this is something that I should be excited for, but I'm not because I've never played a Far Cry game in my life.
We're so excited for you all to check out this next game.
Oof, Neelam, I can't wait to get my hands on this one.
What is it? It better be good. Better make me jump out of my seat. Because so far, the only thing that has really made me jump out of my seat is Just Dance. That's low-key kind of embarrassing. Uh-oh. It's Mario plus Rabbids. This is way down on the scale. Like everything else. I didn't like the first game. I couldn't get into it. The story was fine. It's just the gameplay was boring after a while. There wasn't a whole lot of characters for co-op and two-player. And I think they added Donkey Kong, didn't they? But that one character is not enough for me. There weren't a whole lot of maps for a two-player versus. It just didn't appeal to me. People be getting bodied in Mario plus Rabbids too? Is that supposed to be Rabid Rosalina? Okay. Okay, so we're getting some new characters, but will it be enough to keep me satisfied during two-player versus? So far, I'm seeing Mario, Peach, Luigi, Rabid Peach, Rabid Rosalina. I assume there's going to be Rabid Mario and Rabid Luigi as well. Okay, new weapons too. Alright. I'm not gonna lie. I do have hope for this game. I have hope. I think I'm one of the small percentage of people who actually did not like this game. Or at least the first one. But I have hope for the sequel. Sparks of Hope looks good. If they have maps...
The whole team is super proud of this new game. And I can't wait for you to experience it.
If they have maps, characters, enough to satisfy me during two-player versus, because I like to play with friends. You know, I like if people come over.
We didn't want to stop there.
I like to have an arsenal of two-player games to play, and this was not it.
Everyone, Mario and the Rabbids are back, and I'm so excited to be back as well today to unveil our new project, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. We are diving back into this unique crossover with even bigger ambition, expanding our universe on a major scale. This time it's not just the Mushroom Kingdom, there is an entire galaxy to save. To do so, you will lead a brave yet reckless team of unique heroes, including some fresh faces like Rabbids Rosalina and other surprises. On their quest to repel evil across the galaxy, their spaceship will bring them from planet to planet. They will be facing a powerful villain, Cursor.
I wonder if they sat in the studio room like. So, Nintendo, you have a presentation. Ubisoft, you have a presentation. And who is going to present this game? They just had a big rock paper scissors competition.
The Sparks. These surprising creatures, born from the merge of Rabbids and Lumas, will lend their wild powers to our heroes. Their natures and origin are at the core of our story. But let's keep some surprises for later.
After the tremendous success of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, the entire team
Major success? Okay, maybe it might have just been me who didn't like it then.
We were stunned by the love we felt for this unexpected team-up. We know we've been off the radar for a while now, as we wanted to take the time needed to bring this crossover to the next level.
Am I gonna have to play it again to find out if I actually like it or not?
New heroes. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope has big ambitions. It introduces new action elements into the mix that will push the boundaries of tactical games even further. That being said, we also wish to offer an easy-to-play experience for all players, yet hard to master for those of you that are willing to take the challenge. And you will be able to experience this cosmic adventure exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. We can't wait to tell you more about the game soon.
There is an entire galaxy to save, and we cannot wait for you to experience it.
Gameplay sneak peek alpha footage. Okay. Alright, Rabid Luigi. We knew he was going to be in the game. Pretty sure there's Rabid Mario too. We just haven't seen him. Oh. So is the gameplay still turn-based? Ah. Who is that? Okay. Okay.
So we're not done yet. Let's check in with our CEO, Yves Guillemot.
That's like top 3 now.
Hi everyone. As you have seen, we have a fantastic and diverse lineup of games coming soon. And this is just the beginning. Thanks to all the teams at Ubisoft for what they achieved, and for always striving to deliver the best possible game experiences. I'm humbled by their resilience, energy, and collaboration, especially during what has been a challenging year. I'm also proud of our industry's ability to bring together millions of players from around the world to share memorable experiences and moments of joy. This is one of the real powers of video games.
Bringing people together.
And it is what motivates everyone at Ubisoft to do our best. Finally, my sincere thanks to you, the players. We appreciate the trust you place in us. Your involvement in our games communities keeps them growing and vibrant. We want to create original, enriching, long-lasting game worlds. And your contributions, feedback, and support make it possible. We also are proud
We still have the Gearbox
biggest names in entertainment
presentations too, right?
trust our creative teams to develop games
Hold on, guys.
within their universes. For example, you just saw Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, developed in collaboration with Nintendo, where everyone's favorite Mario and Rabbids characters return for an all-new adventure.
I can't find the picture anymore.
And speaking of great partnerships, there is one more exciting thing we would like to show you today. It is a glimpse of the amazing journey that awaits you in one of the most beautiful,
Yeah, Gearbox should be after this.
adventurous places of all. Brought to life by the latest version of our Snowdrop engine. I'm excited to share this first look with you now. Enjoy.
Alright, what are we looking at here? Oh, it's that Avatar game. Okay. I've also never seen an Avatar movie. Unless we're talking about The Last Airbender. But we're not. Why would you even try to touch that? Isn't the whole thing with Avatar is that they're in a simulation? Okay, that's number 1 on the list. That's like somewhere number 4. That's kind of at the bottom.
You and I.
Only because I've never played Far Cry. Don't think that I don't like it. Oh, and of course they're allowing access to all their games on their service, Ubisoft Plus, that I'm not going to purchase a subscription for. Was that Whoopi Goldberg's voice? The fuck? No. No.
Thanks to Eve and all of the devs that joined us to share what's new with Ubisoft.
Today, we battled some Archeans in Rainbow Six Extraction, learned some new songs in Rocksmith, got an adrenaline rush from Riders Republic, lit up the dance floor in Just Dance 2022, visited new shores in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, witnessed a chilling confrontation in Far Cry 6, and teamed up with our favorite man in overalls in Mario plus Rabbids.
Don't go anywhere. There's still more to come in the post-show.
Bye, y'all.
Hang on, guys. I'm tweeting right now.
Hi everyone, welcome back. This is the GameSpot post-show for Ubisoft Forward as a part of E3 2021. Alright, I guess, let's first things first, possibly the most bizarre pre-show I think I've ever seen for any press conference of all time. Just a lot of slow walking animations.
Yes. Too many of those.
No, and
Oh
I can only
my
assume
gosh.
it was like, I did a tweet about it, but I think they're all traveling to Sam Fisher's funeral. So I guess that's what that meant to symbolize. Everyone journeying from across the Ubisoft universes to lay rest one of the all-time greats who is sadly dead and will not be coming back.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
peace,
I
Sam.
know that we were
Okay, well, if that's the
we
meaning,
were
then,
bracing
you know.
ourselves for some announcements, and I think we were all kind of clinging on to the hope that maybe we would see something from Sam Fisher, a new Splinter Cell, or even a remake of an old Splinter Cell, but alas, it was not to be. However, they did kick off the show with Rainbow Six Extraction, the big title that we knew that they would be talking about. Overall thoughts on that presentation? Tam, I'll come to you quickly first, and then Phil, I know you've got some more thoughts on Extraction.
Yeah, I thought it was surprisingly good. Like I expected, no major surprises.
Yeah, there was
Everything right at the end. Avatar was kind of
absolutely nothing
expected
major.
to a large degree, but everything that it showed was solid and looked interesting. Like I was up for Rainbow Six Siege. I think the Rocksmith stuff, which we'll talk about, has got some really cool stuff in there. Riders Republic looks really interesting. Siege is probably the only thing where I was like, okay, yeah, I can. That seems cool. And same goes for Just Dance and Assassin's Creed, but everything else was pretty good. Mario Rabbids being the kind of like highlight of the bunch. All those people and vehicles driving were also going to Rayman's funeral as well as Sam Fisher's funeral. So rest in peace, Ray. First name Ray, second name Man. Who missed.
I mean, imagine if that was actually his surname all along. His name is Mr. Ray. Anyway, it's now 10 past the hour, so Phil, I could come to you. Rainbow Six Extraction, what did you make of what they showed us today? They actually kind of went into quite a lot more detail than I think we were all anticipating. We got to see some gameplay as well,
Gearbox,
but you played it.
Yeah, I've been sitting on this information for...
The schedule says that Gearbox is after.
He deliberately didn't throw to you in the pre-show because of it.
Gearbox
Yeah,
is
so,
after
a little bit of what they
Ubisoft.
showed during the presentation is about what we played. We were in that Alaska map. It's interesting. I'm not much of a Siege player anymore. I played a bit when it first came out, and this does have that same sort of Siege feeling, but it's much more of like a stealth experience.
I have
And
to
you know, it's
sneeze.
co-op, and it's about sneaking around, getting things from
Thank
the
you.
aliens, information, whatever, and then sneaking back out. And I enjoyed it. I've been looking for a sort of PvE thing that I can jump into and not necessarily be like locked into a live game experience forever. You know, it's too easy to fall out of things like Siege and other live games thing. I think because
That's me.
you
I
sort
fell
if
out
you
so
let
quick.
the time lapse, you sort of like fall away and everybody's out ahead of you, right? So this feels like an experience where you might be able to get back in and stick with it and not necessarily be just stomped by everybody else because it's cooperative. So I'm excited about that aspect of it. I'm also just into the idea of working these sort of siege SWAT mechanics, the Rainbow Six, squad dynamic, but with creepy alien enemies that you've got to sneak around, and they've got nests and they're like kicking out of the walls and stuff, and it created a lot of interesting possibilities. It felt like for the use of those sort of siege abilities and those characters to just be like challenged in new ways and to get the developers thinking about new ways to utilize all that stuff. So we had a good time, I think, with it. It was a little too easy for us. I think the actual game is going to be a little harder. We kind of breezed through it. So I'm hoping it'll like wallop you a little harder when we actually play it. It seems like it definitely will because so much of the game is about, risk and reward. Should we go further into the map than we have been? Are we going to lose our people if we get killed along the way? That sort of thing. So I expect it to be pretty tough. Going to take a lot for your team to like be good at it, and I'm interested for sure. We had a good time for about 2 hours of our playthrough. So
This presentation was not that
even
bad.
Just watching the gameplay back here, I really appreciate that it kind of starts off really, really slow, which is kind of more in pace with what you'd expect from a Rainbow Six sort of game. But then it just feels like the ante just goes up and everything kind of becomes pretty chaotic. Is that true?
it definitely seems like if you mess up, especially, or under certain circumstances when you are kicking off an objective, trying to rescue a downed operator or something like that, things get hectic. And what I like about it is that it really seems like it can go to chaos when you mess up, mostly, right? Like you're sneaking around, you're trying to scout the area and take out all the enemies and stuff. But if you trigger, if somebody spots you, like they start screaming, and then all of a sudden aliens are coming through the wall and stuff. Right? So it really is dependent on you playing well and you working well with your team. But it also seems like it has that possibility where when you mess up or when something goes wrong, it can go very wrong in a really interesting and kind of hilarious and intense way. So yeah, I think it'll be good to kind of mix both those experiences.
Tam, you've played far more Rainbow Six Siege than I have. Do
I'm
you have
pretty
any
sure.
like burning questions you want to ask Phil about his time with Extraction?
Yeah, cause the main thing I was
I'm
kind of
going to
thinking about.
turn this off, and we're gonna chill the intermission. Shush. Okay. So, we didn't really see much. There wasn't a whole lot for me to get too excited about. Everybody in the comments of this other live stream that I'm watching it on YouTube from IGN right now, and everyone is not happy. I guess we were expecting more. I know I was. Honestly, I was wondering where Gearbox was. They said that we were supposed to be seeing some of Gearbox. They said we were supposed to be... Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But, we still have, what is it? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We still have 3 more days of E3 left. I'm really excited for Xbox and Bethesda. I'm extremely excited for Nintendo on Tuesday, because that's when we get to see hopefully more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. We get to see more of the Arceus Legends game, more of hopefully we get to see some stuff for Breath of the Wild 2. I'm just really excited for Nintendo in general, but I mean, if this is the end of the stream, guys, then thank you all for joining. Thank you to everybody who popped in. If you're watching the live, after it's live, I really do apologize for that whole 49-minute wait, through all that walking. I mean, it wasn't the whole time, but you know what I mean. I think I'm gonna get out of here. I think I'm gonna end the stream. You guys, I love y'all. Stay safe, take it easy, and big buddy out. Come back tomorrow for day 2. We're going live, not same time. I think the schedule is 11:45 Eastern Standard Time. So come back tomorrow for day 2, and we'll do some Xbox Bethesda. I love y'all. Mwah.